All right, we're going to go over an example from worksheet number 8. So if you scroll down to the bottom, you'll find the examples are on the next page. Linear combination. In class, we called this the elimination method. So this is where you're adding the two equations. So example number 1 that you can find on the second page is these two equations. To solve by elimination, our goal is to try and get either the x's or the y's to cancel out. So if we were to add straight down right now, we'd end up with 9x plus 5y equals 2. Nothing canceled out, so that doesn't help us. The helpful thing to do would be to either multiply by -1, so that maybe something will cancel out, or to find a common multiple that would make numbers cancel out. So right now, if we took the top equation and multiplied it by, let's try -2. So if we multiply the top equation by -2, we end up with -8x minus 4y equals 2. So now if we added straight down, you would see that the -8 and the 5, they still don't cancel out, but we're getting smaller. The -4 and the 3, they don't cancel out, but we're still getting smaller. So maybe multiplying by -2 wasn't the best option. Let's say that instead of multiplying by -2, we recognized that if we got our y values to be one of them +6 and one of them -6, it would cancel out. So to get this y value from the first equation to be a -6, we'd have to multiply the whole thing by -3. So we'd have -3 times 4x, which would give us -12x. -3 times 2y would give us -6y. And 2 times -3 would give us -6. Now we know that this is the 6y. We need this to be a positive 6y. So to get this to be a positive 6y, you multiply the whole thing by 2. So we have 2 times 5x, which is 10x. 2 times 3y is 6y. And then 0 times 2 is just 0. So now we've got our equations to where something will cancel out. We take our two equations and we add them together. So you add straight down. You add your x values, you add your y values, and you add your constants. You carry the equal sign down. So we have -12x plus 10x leaves us with -2x. The y's have canceled out, and on the right we are left with a -6. From here you divide both sides by -2, and we end up with x equals 3. So this is just the x-coordinate of where these two lines intersect. We still need to find the y-coordinate. So we can find the y-coordinate by plugging our x value in for x. So you plug it into one of the two original equations. I'm just going to use the first equation. So 4, instead of x, I write the quantity, the value of x. So 4 times 3 plus 2y equals 2. 4 times 3 is 12, so I'm going to subtract 12 from each side. That way it cancels on the left, and we're left with 2y equals -10. So 2 minus 12 is -10. Divide each side by 2, and we get y equals -5. So the point of intersection for these two lines is at 3, -5. And that should be your answer. If you have any questions regarding any of these problems from worksheet number 8, please email me. Thank you. Have a splendid day.